My first trip up in this country was 1954. I was just a young fella, 20 or 21 years old. It's changed, it's really changed. Like to get to right where we are in Relay used to take us about a week, 8 days to get this far. Now we can make it in 4 hours right from the house.
I knew these mountains, but not as much as I should, because back then when I traveled the mountains, I just went wherever I pleased. There was no roads and no clear cutting anywhere. That was back during my young days. I didn't go to school until I was 11, so I knew a lot of the places my dad went to hunt. I used to tag along on a horse. He used to tell me the names of these places, but that was a long time ago, so I don't know very many of the names. I lost a lot of the names of the places after 52 when I went to school.
Graveyard Valley was the last place where the Tsilhqot'in and the St'at'imc had a big war, and a lot of warriors, a lot of men died there.
There's one old-timer, and his name was Hunter Jack. He was the one that made peace with the Tsilhqot'in in the 1840s or 1850s. I guess after this, they had this war up here where there was quite a few people killed. like we're trying to bury the hatchet in a way.
We had a peace gathering at one time with the Tsilhqot'in people. We call them hatchet people. According to my mother, must have happened 80 years ago, 85 years ago. Kan go on is sub the car, at least I daily guarana, hatchet the neighbors.
Ngat Kundita City til Sandig og sådan er det så godt ind ved det der var hotel in it. Sådan er det så godt at ind den ene sammen.
Between two nations that are here to meet us. We are trying to set a bond so that we can help each other in order to hold the land. It is not really our land. It was given to us by the Creator to hold on to and look after. And they did until they sent us all to residential school in order that we forget about our traditional ways and our land and the way we lived long ago. But it is coming back.
This journey that we're going to do to go into Graveyard Valley to put up this plaque to symbolize the peace that we want between the nations. It's really important, and it's important to protect the land, to protect water, protect the animals, all the deer and their migration routes and their fawning grounds. And all those things are really important. It's part of who we are. It's part of our culture. And these are the kind of things that we need to be doing together to protect the land. It's important for our children and our grandchildren to come, that they have something to come for here. They'll have some land here in the future. In 20, 30 years from now, I hope that it still looks like it does today. It's beautiful out here.
Colonists, they tend to plan in 5, 10, 20-year increments. They're not thinking, what's going to happen with my great-great-great-grandchildren? That's the way we've got to look at it. Is this going to be here for my great-great-grandchildren? Are they going to be able to walk into Lost Valley or Graveyard Valley and find clean water to drink, pure air to breathe, good food to eat? Are they going to find those things?
The young ones that are here, they're following in the footsteps of our ancestors. And pray that they learn the ways of things like smoking the meat, how to hunt, where the good hunting is, and enjoy our land like I am today.
I guess it's a good trip going out there. Maybe the kids get away from home, from TV and all that. Bring the kids out there. No distraction from phones and all that, I guess. And it's good, nice and quiet out there.
It is really important for us to get out here and be out here, not just for the hunting or the gathering, but for spiritual and emotional reasons too.
I feel alive out here. I feel happy. It's just beautiful. It just lifts my whole spirit up.
Carrying on traditions is a really, really important part of being Uchumiuch. The good things, the living with the land, knowing what plants that you can eat or use for medicine, and how to use an animal with respect when you shoot it. Those are the big reasons for me being here. If we are to bring these teachings to the young ones, they must come out here, and we must be here to acquire that knowledge ourselves.
I like to see the country up there that they talked about a long time ago. I wanted to go up there, and we were thinking of getting a guide, Dick Quilt, who still doesn't show his age on horseback. We took him to guide us up there, right to Jewel Creek, and we had a satellite phone, and we started phoning some chiefs, and next day we had some people gathered from Lillwood area.
Cecilia and Dick Quilt, if it wasn't for them, this would never start. They're the ones that are talking about graveyard all the time. And Dick took these guys over to this side of Goldbridge. And they had a meeting over there.
This is our heaven, right here. And we gotta protect it. I think we're the only ones that can do it. I really believe, my heart, that it's time that we come back home to this land here. And that we come back to it together. And that we put our minds together. Put our minds together to figure out how we're going to protect it. Maybe we should set a date for next year where we can meet at the graveyard, to meet them.
Want to be able to have this gathering so that the elders who can't ride, we got to get them there through choppers, whatever, however we're going to get them there, because when they come to that place and they can tell us stories, it'll be just like when they were this young, they're going to tell us stories what they went through.
I like to offer some salmon and a little bit of tobacco for those people that have gone before us. And I'd like to honor them for bringing us here. And I feel very thankful to be here. We have to reunite.
Some of our elders and some of our other leaders in the territory got us together. We sat down and talked and agreed that we're going to bury the hatchet. So as a result of that, the idea was born that we need to go back to this area where the last battle between the St'at'imc and the Tsilhqot'in was held in Graveyard Valley.
St'at'imc and Tsilhqot'in and a lot of people went at that time, 2003, when we decided to have a gathering with the Lillooet people. And a lot of people from the Lillooet area came on foot.
In 2003, we brought a lot of elders in here with helicopters, both from the Lillooet side, from the St'at'imc side, and the Tsilhqot'in side. And the elders who were here basically let us know where the grave sites were.
It was quite a big deal for everybody involved. Like, we've had no wars with them for how many years, and when we went to bury the hatchet up there, it was like we finally verbally said something about not warring with them anymore.
In respect of our ancestors, although we had war at one time on these lands here, we are burying the past, and we're doing it in a respectful way. And we lift each other with open hearts so that we can work together. We are still strong people. We are one people on this one earth. We have a very good, strong direction of honesty, of honor, of love, and of respect of each other.
The two nations can get together and protect this area. That's what we're here for, to commemorate the war that was going on years ago. And today we don't need that. We need to work together, have one voice.
Collectively, we as nations, individually, the St'at'imc Nation and Tsilhqot'in Nation are going to have to do more than just talk. We're going to have to do more than just put words down on paper. We've got a lot of work to do, but it's really good to know that we've got some really powerful allies now.
It is good that we come together here for those who have locked in. I take my hat off to you people. You guys are serious about this. Hey. Those of you that flew in.
I'm proud of everybody. And I don't think there's very many times that we get the opportunity to come together as people. And that we have to keep going on, and as we get stronger and more nations join, that's what's going to make the government take a look at the whole First Nations people across Canada.
You know, we're having problems that we have at home, amongst ourselves, amongst our nations. And it really makes me feel good, makes me feel strong to know that we come here, we pay our respects, and we ask the ones that have fought to help us, because we need help.
Since the time before this episode here, our people never used to drink alcohol and drugs. We used to run many miles. I want each leader to practice that culture of sobriety. From this day on, that's what you must do. That's the only way you're going to help your people. That's the only way you're going to strengthen your culture. That's the only way you're going to strengthen your nation.
Everybody carried a rock from the creek bed. Everybody that was up there carried a rock over, and we all put it on the flagpole that we put on top of the hatchet that we buried.
Four years ago, they put that pole in there, and they put a paper up on it. And we came back the next summer. The paper was muddy, ripped it off, it was gone. And when I got home, I told my people about it, the chief and these guys. And he said, let's put up a flag.
This year, the Tsilhqot'in and some of the Shuswap came over, and the St'at'imc. So it's a really good year this year. We got to build a little monument. We had base camp out in Relay, and then I think we left on Friday to hike in, and we ribboned out kind of a shortcut. We did a lot of bushwhacking to get up there, but someday we could probably put the trail in there.
The monument they're putting up here is a memorial for the warriors that died here between the Lillooet and the Tsilhqot'ins. And the work they are doing is very special. It's to let people know what happened here, so this can be kept the way it is forever.
Knowing that I have ancestors up here that have defended this territory kind of opens my eye. We are descendants from the warrior called Tsilhqot'in. My grandson is here with me, so that he will know, for those young people who are sitting at home, about where Graveyard Valley is.
At first we were packing sand in buckets by hand, and then we kind of smartened up and we said, hey, we got horses. So they got pack boards on there, so we filled them up with sand, and the horses packed sand for us. And the rocks are way across the valley there, so all the rocks were brought in by the horses, and the cement. And yeah, there's no way we could have done this without them. It took a few days. The first night was building the foundation. The next day we got a couple courses of stone on, and then the third day we finally built it right up to place the plaque on there. A lot of people helped out to get to this point of having the monument set up, and a lot of people contributed, and that's really good.
I believe the people who are here have a very good heart, and they are serious about what is happening here, and they totally have my respect, each and every one of them who came here.
All this land that we see around us is really precious. And by them going to battle, it's brought us together. Like over how many years we've finally come together, and we realized, we gotta fight together in order to protect this place. And that's what the plaque is about. Nations coming together to protect the land. And hopefully the plaque will be there for future generations to see, and the graves are getting harder to see now, but hopefully the monument will stay there, and people will realize that our people are buried out here. And that's
This is a very special place. Just coming in here, you can feel it. You can just feel that sensation inside you that it's hard to explain.
It's a really good thing to continue this kind of work, creating friends and allies with our neighboring nations, because for the last 500 years the colonists have learned to conquer us by dividing us, getting us to fight amongst ourselves for pennies while they're stealing all the dollars. And if all the resources are being extracted, there's nothing left for our future generations. So we've got to get out and we've got to use that land. We've got to appreciate it. We've got to respect it. And we've got to let the outside world know that this is what we stand for. We stand for living in unity with Mother Nature, taking only what we need and not disrespecting the land by polluting it or raping it. That's not what we're all about. We're all about continuing in the world.
Ghalil